Wouldn't recommend Suitcase though. So Dick, I know you have probably, because you seem to be more up on this than we are. The FrankHassle and Boogie thing.
Oh man, Hassle doctrine.
And
have you guys talked about that?
A little bit on PKA. Can you lay out the background? Maybe you know it really well.
But real quick, the PKA highlights guy, the second that story went out there, put up a clip titled FPS Russia gives gun advice to Boogie2988 because of all the times he'd recommended. And that guy is, his eye's on the ball.
He really is.
So shout out to that guy and the clip channels. But yeah, fill us in, Dick. We only kind of know the top layer.
I'm trying to find the message I sent to Boogie the night before. I said, "Do not pull a gun on Frank. Don't kill him." I said, "Oh yeah, here's what I said: Don't kill him. You'll go to jail. But do whatever you want. Honestly, people do." That was the last bit of advice. He said, "Oh God, where is it?" He said that he may be a comedian, but I promise you, if he shows up, he won't be one anymore. Fact. This shit ends today." And I said, "What are you gonna do? Kill him? Lol." I guess.
What are you kill him? Lol. I like that you've got your finger in all these pies somehow.
See, now you're going to have to be called to testify if this goes any further. You've got way too much evidence on that phone.
Like Dick Masterstar over here.
I'm a very good testifier.
We'd like to call Dick Masterson to the.
All right. So he knew he was coming the night before. Lay out the sequence of events here.
Well, do you guys know who FrankHassle is? First, what's your familiarity with FrankHassle? It's between Zero and Hassle doctrine.
He does the go up to people in public style content with the GoPros and the asking uncomfortable questions, that kind of stuff.
He hassles people.
Yeah,
that's what he likes to do. He was arguing with Boogie, saying that he was going to sissy hypnotize him. He calls himself Dr. Don Wario, the sissy hypnotist, and he was going to hypnotize Boogie into being his sissy sex slave. These are both large, fat, bearded men, so nothing about either of them is really. Yeah, nothing lends itself to sissy hypnosis. But for some reason, Boogie decided to pretend that this was a real threat, and he went on the kill stream and he went on the kill stream and debated with Frank for an hour. Then he went on Keemstar's show.
What did they possibly have to debate about?
I don't know. One of them thinks it's a joke and the other one thinks it's harassment. That's
Frank,
the debate.
I saw it. It's been a little while in my memory, but it was kind of along the lines of FrankHassle's these are the reasons I don't like you. And if I remember right, Boogie was like, "That's valid. That's not even true. That's not a good reason." Type thing. That's the
yeah. And then Frank posted a picture. Frank was going through Arkansas to see a friend of his, and he posted a picture where Boogie, the town that Boogie lives in, of a snake, saying, "I'm here, you pussy," or something like that. And Boogie took this as you might do. I personally wouldn't take it like this because he's a comedian who hassles people. He decided that means Frank drove 3 states over just to show up at his house and sissy hypnotize him. He went on Keemstar and ranted at Frank for a half hour, telling him that you did come to my property, you pussy. You're never gonna do it, and if you do, I'll put you in a body bag. Really over the top, Ultimate Warrior kind of 80s wrestling. It's hilarious. He goes during the interview, he starts doing an effeminate voice and daring Frank to come to his house and knock on the door, calling him a pussy if he doesn't. So what do you know? Frank comes over to his house, knocks on the door. Boogie comes out brandishing his friend's gun, asking if it's locked and loaded and ready to shoot, seemingly having not even a basic understanding of how a firearm works. Exactly. He comes out, tells Frank to fuck off, tells him that he's going to kill him. Tells him it ends right now, that he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to have to put a bullet in him. I mean, Kyle, you're well versed in guns and defense. It just seems like there's no possible way anybody who's afraid for their life is walking outside like John Wayne, aiming a 44, aiming a pistol at somebody who's completely unarmed and recording it, who you've dared to come to your house.
I think so. I wouldn't like that either. I'd probably do pretty much the exact same thing if I were allowed to have guns.
Well, would you get on a stream and dare him to come over?
Oh, absolutely not. I'd get on a stream and let him know the police would be waiting for him if he came. You know, my first option wouldn't be to walk outside with a gun. Certainly, that's the last option. But I also don't like the idea of somebody trespassing onto my property being a piece of shit when they've been told not to come because they're
absolutely.
But I think the first thing would be the police, and the second thing will probably be something less lethal. But then at some point, like, he needs to get shot. I don't like the idea of somebody trespassing on my property and being a piece of shit.
Yeah, here's where it gets fun. Boogie decides instead of shooting FrankHassle, he's going to shoot his gun at at the optimum angle
firing
for
at
distance.
Alabama instead.
Yeah,
over there.
There's a church in the distance and a middle school, I believe, that Boogie decides to shoot a 44 Magnum round at, as you know, the most distance and the most lethality possible. Which I don't know. I don't think some kid riding his tricycle around the neighborhood.
If some kid got domed, they would have reported on that like quickly, and they would have known. But like something else that like when I was watching it, like if that guy Frank was gonna be scared, it seemed like there wasn't any reason for him to be scared of being shot anymore. Once Boogie said like in 30 seconds, I'm gonna give you a warning shot. And it was like, oh, Boogie, why would you say that? I don't know shit about using a gun in that situation. I've never been in that situation, but I certainly don't think, and Kyle could, give us more information. Kyle, is it ever good to announce you're going to fire a warning shot and then fire it?
I don't know.
No.
Like I know how to shoot a gun. I don't know how to handle a fucking scenario like this. This is outrageous. This is outrageous.
Kyle, if you know something about something, you get to be the expert on everything about it.
Okay, I'll make it up as I go along then.
Yeah.
I don't know that warning shots are a good idea to begin with. Like I
mean, if I'm in a saloon and there's not a town that way, fine.
Taylor, you didn't have to take a course on this and pass a test to get your concealed carry license.
We did, but it didn't cover warning shots and stuff.
Yeah, so
like I know that's a bad idea. You're not supposed to.
Did it cover sissy hypnotizing? Was that part of your training?
Look, he brandished the gun.
Don't swallow the gun. Do not taste the gun.
Legally, there's no such thing as a warning shot. That's just a missed shot. And the move to make would have been to call the police. And if he tries to enter the home, right, banging too harshly on the door, like if he thought he was breaking down the door or breaking a window, he could have opened fire. What he did, open the door, go out front, and warning shot, that's sketchy legal ground. I think Boogie's going to get in low-grade trouble.
And what they do say in every one of those gun classes is if you're ever in a situation like this, shoot to kill. Don't be that guy who thinks you're going to John Wayne, just whip him in the forearm real quick and neutralize the target. Like, no,
he's going to wing him.
Shoot center mass and just do it. Get it done.
He's going to shoot the super chats out of his stream.
Did they do like story time in your concealed carry course, Taylor? There was a great one in mine.
It was more ours was like military guys who were like moonlighting, doing some other job.
Ours was a sheriff, and he's telling this story. This had happened in his county, and like while he was a sheriff, and this guy had taken his wife hostage and put a gun next to her head. And he's telling the husband to like hand over his wallet or something like this. So the guy pulls out his little 380 like ACP, and he's gonna plink this guy in the forehead, right? So he lines it up, shoots, hits his own wife, shoots her in the shoulder. It did diffuse the situation.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I hope he played it off. He was like, "You see what I did to her? I love her. You don't get out of here right now."
That would be
that's the ultimate like go schizo and be like, and if dinner's ever late again, it's like, and I'll get to you in a minute, sir. Like, just
apparently she teases him about it every opportunity she gets. She's always, like it. Would you make coffee? You did shoot me. Like, you owe me. And she used it all the time.
You did shoot.
There's no coming back from that. You did shoot me. I guess I will take out the trash.
Right, exactly.
So the Boogie thing, what's the next step in this? Like, I'm sure that they're doing a little investigation on the whole situation and the gun firing. Do you know anything?
Probably nothing. Like who cares about two fat idiots acting like morons together? I don't think I think the DA has bigger problems than some. What I love the most about is that Boogie chose to wear a free Tomb Raider shirt on the day that he was going to murder somebody.
My favorite part was when FrankHassle's outside the house calling Boogie fat. Get out of here, you fat piece of shit! It's like. Have you not met you? Why are you throwing that insult around?
Dude, but that guy, like, in the footage of, like, Boogie's Ring doorknob or whatever it was, showing Frank's doing, like, that totally off-kilter crazy person, like, waving back and forth, going, "You gonna kill me? Kill me! Kill me! Open fire!" Wasn't that what he was saying? Open fire!
Yeah, open fire! Open fire!
What a fucking maniac! What a fucking maniac!
He is a maniac. Boogie is the good guy in this situation.
Boogie is the good guy. Let's not forget. Like this thing is very funny. It's funny to make fun of both of them. However, in reality, Boogie's the good guy. Boogie's the guy at his home, probably minding his own business. God knows what he was doing in there, if we're being honest. But
but you don't show up at someone's house. That's
Boogie shot a school. Boogie shot into the air at a school.
Wait, the school part you made up, right?
What a flight school? Come on.
So Woody, I did see a photo of this, and who knows if it was some meme or made up, but it was like, here's where the shot was fired from. Here's the direction of where it was fired, and then there is a school zone. But if anything, it's like it's going to go.
I think it was actually a church that he shot at.
Look, Boogie lives in Arkansas. There are schools and churches every fucking where.
Yeah.
Where aren't there schools and churches? All right,
dude, you can't fire a gun without hitting someone at a school or a church.
And it was a black church, we're being now told. Like, come on.
Authorities will now be looking into this much more seriously.
Yeah, he's the good guy. He's a bad shot. Okay, we'll give you that. But
bad shot, good guy.
Well, I was talking like just as far as he didn't handle the gun thing well, but the actual act of being.
I like that he has a gun because, like, I watched a little bit. You mentioned that clip that guy uploaded of me giving Boogie gun advice, and it was going back like maybe 3 years or something, 4 years even. And at the time, he'd only shot a .22 pistol, and he was like, "Yeah, I like that, but then I shot a 9mm, one of those man killers, and that scared me." And now I see him on video with a fucking .44 revolver, and I'm just like, he grew up.
I was watching that. I knew he was. Single tear.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Did. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, he's got the Magnum out. I liked that video a lot. I've watched it a bunch of times. I've seen so many edits of it where like he fires the shot and then like a plane goes down or something like that. I've seen the image edited so that he's like Benny from that scene. I don't know if anybody knows this from Fallout New Vegas where Benny's pointing the gun at your head and he's got the two goons on either side. But now it's Boogie in the center pointing the gun at you. It's great for that stuff. And it is funny to have a good time about. But sticking with Woody here, Boogie's the good guy here. Yeah. Boogie's the homeowner minding his own business at his residence.
He's being harassed at his house at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't think the taunting has anything to do with why he got harassed at the end of the day? The Keemstar interview?
I think it's irrelevant. I think that you should be able to taunt someone as much as you want, and they shouldn't literally trespass on your property and come to your home. I think that's crossing a whole nother line.
I mean, I don't know. Somebody tells me to come knock, and I'm a pussy if I don't come knock. I might go knock on their door. Like, this is an entertainment business. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said, come knock, you pussy. Come knock. You can't drive 4 miles to come knock. Come visit me, friend, or you're a fucking pussy. It was like 10 minutes of that.
Can we pause on this? So I think Boogie knew he had a gun at this point. I know you mentioned it was his friend's gun, but something about a gun can almost make you feel like, well, I can win every fight now, right? I've got this magic laser pistol. I can't be beaten. Come at me. You don't know I have a secret weapon. It's not the way you want to win a fight, but I suspect that was in the back of his mind.
All right. I didn't know he said all that. All right. I'm gonna take at least 1/2 step back from my original stance now, because if you spend and you're saying a long time, like 10, 20 minutes, repeatedly telling someone, come at me, bro. Come to my house, pussy. Fucking knock on the door, bitch. you might not be surprised when they do, in fact, come and literally knock on your door.
That may be true, but even when I was listening to it, like, it seemed more of him like panicked, like animal in a corner responding, where it was like, oh, you come at me, I'll go crazy. Like, I'll corner me and see what happens. Like, it didn't seem like he